Okay, so welcome to Designing 101. I'm going to show you guys how to create amazing mockups and good pieces to actually sell. If your piece does not align with your brand and its purpose, people aren't going to buy it. And if the piece is overall ass, then sorry, my fault. If it's booty, then people going to not buy. So I'm going to show you how to not make booty designs. So the whole idea is to make your designs feel unique and premium and a collectible. So you don't want your piece. Like if you look at your piece and you think you can walk into Walmart or Target and find something similar, you are doing it wrong. Your design should be unique and it should stand out to your target audience and the people who want to shop with your brand. That's the whole idea of it. So when you first want to start, I like to use free resources such as Kittl and Canva. You can use those to design your mockups. And then I'll give you guys a whole brand library where you could find free mockups, free layouts, free etc. So you can use that to create your mockups. Another good one is Photoshop. Obviously, that's more advanced. It is more costly, but if you already have it, it'll be good as well. And then if you're not good at designing, you can get a freelancer. You can find one on Fiverr, or you can find a designer on Instagram. I have a few designers I personally use on Instagram. You guys can go hit them up to work with them. One of my close friends, he designs. He does really, really good, and he's even offering to give y'all free service. He'll design for y'all for free. So make sure you check out that list. If you hit up my homeboy, you'll be getting a free design, no charge, especially if you're on the budget. So obviously, to make your design unique, you want to try different test styles. I've seen people create mock-ups and then they have like a word on their hoodie, but the word is in normal like Arial font. Like nobody wants to just buy a normal print T-shirt. So obviously, try out different fonts, try different graphics relating to your brand, different icon symbols, etc., etc. And obviously the layout. I've seen a lot of people do different types of clothes, like not just a regular shirt, but like maybe like a cropped sleeveless shirt. Make sure it's unique, different, etc., etc. And the most important thing when it comes to designing a product is adding value boosters. These are things that make your clothes perceived as higher value. It's what separates a t-shirt from looking like it's worth $20 to a t-shirt that makes it look like it's worth $60. And those things can be things such as rhinestones, acid wash, embroidery, distressing, custom zippers, etc., etc. So a good brand that does this is One Motion Apparel. This is one of their hoodies. They have a lot of value boosters on this hoodie. That's why they can sell it for this price at $65, or even that $90 price. They could probably sell it at that too if they want. They have distressed embroidery right here. Embroidery is already high quality print. They made it distressed. They added screen printing over and behind the distressing. They have a custom zipper, more distressed embroidery up here, rhinestones everywhere. Just a lot of high quality. So you want to make your piece not like this, but you want to add a bunch of high quality value boosters. Like even my brand, I'm gonna be using my brand a lot because obviously I'm showing you guys what I do. So my brand is a Christian brand, and my best seller is my Jesus Saves collection. Even though it's a very simple piece, it has sun fade, distress embroidery on the front, zipper, back, and the sleeves. And those two alone already adds a lot of value to my piece rather than it just being a straight print slap on screen print. So definitely want to add a lot of value boosters to your items. That's what's gonna make your business either not be profitable or be extremely profitable. And then after you design your pieces, you want to make sure you design about, like I say, I like to go for about 10 pieces and then choose in between. And as you're making those pieces, you definitely want to narrow it down to about 2 to 3 that you personally like. And then as far as trying to narrow it down to those 2 to 3 that you like, you definitely want to look at the high perceived value. You want to look at it and see if it's really rare and unique. How I like to do mine is I like to compare, since my brand is a streetwear clothing brand, a streetwear Christian clothing brand. Sorry, I like to go on Instagram and I look at other people who also run a Christian streetwear clothing brand, and I definitely like to compare my brand with their brand and see what it is that they have that's working for them versus mine. So one that I can look at is called Welcome to Amen. This is one of my competitors. I look at their pieces. You definitely see the pieces they have that get a lot of traction. You see what people in that niche like about their piece, and you can kind of take certain aspects of their piece and apply it to your own brand, because you already know that you guys have the same target audience. And you know that since their audience likes this piece, then most likely your audience is going to like a piece similar to this one. So definitely look at your competitors. That'll do a lot for you. And when it comes to narrowing it down, obviously ask people, go around, be like, yo, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? I own a Christian streetwear brand, and I don't ask your mom or your dad. Of course, you're going to say yes. Obviously, ask someone that's also kind of in your niche. Like me, I ask some Christians, some of my Christian friends, I'm like, yo, what do you think about this piece? Do you think I can get my message across good, et cetera, because that's the whole purpose of my brand. And then even some of my friends who are not Christian, but they're into streetwear fashion, I ask them, yo, what do you think about this piece? Overall, is it hard? Do you like the fit, et cetera, et cetera? So I'm getting opinions from both sides and aspects of my brand, so I know if people overall like it. And a lot of things I see, please don't just slap your brand name on your clothes. This is not Nike. If you're starting off, you want to make it as unique as possible. Don't do anything like this where you just slap your logo or your name on a t-shirt. I promise you it's not going to sell. Fred used a good example of it. He said if you walked into a room of a bunch of people and you scream your brand name, you're going to look crazy because nobody knows your brand yet. You just started. Versus if Nike walked into a brand full of people and they scream Nike, everybody already knows Nike. So everybody's going to hype them up and approve because that brand is already well known. So if we're just starting off, please don't do any of that. I promise you it's barely going to work. So don't do that. And post your mockups in the community for feedback. Over here, I'm trying to have it like a very open space where you guys can talk and discuss with each other. So feel free to drop your mockups inside the school community. I'll be checking every single day, replying to messages, and I'll tell you my honest feedback and things you can do to improve your piece, etc., etc. Look at competitors, like I just said earlier. And then I see a lot of people get attached emotionally to a certain piece. They'd be like, oh, but I like this piece so hard. I like it. It's so hard. I would wear this. But everybody around them is telling them, it's not something I would really wear. Don't get attached to a piece. Make sure you're actually designing what people in your niche would like and not just what you personally like. And then make sure when you order samples, I'm going to make another video going more in depth on how to order samples and get the best price. I'm also going to drop my personal manufacturers. I'm going to give you guys access to my personal manufacturers. They make high quality stuff and for a good price too. So if you want, feel free to go DM them as well. And whenever you order your samples, make sure you choose the right print method and fabric for each thing. Make sure you wash them, wear them, stress test them, whatever you want. Just make sure it's good quality. And before you launch anything, make sure, I like to get like multiple versions of a mock-up too. Just experiment different things, see what I like. And overall, the biggest thing is make sure you choose a large variety. Add those value boosters. Those value boosters are 70% of your piece. It's what's going to make or break your piece in the long run. And then before you buy bulk or anything, make sure you get samples and make sure you please post those samples for approval first. And quality is what makes your brand last. Anyone can sell a tee, but premium designs is what keeps people and allows you to bring in that good money. So love y'all. I'm going to leave this Google Doc for you guys to watch and go back through. If you need help, just DM me inside the school community and I got you. Love y'all. I'm going to show you guys an unreleased piece I just recently made. And I'm going to show you my thought process behind it and how exactly I designed it. So we're first going to start off with my bestseller. I only have like one bestseller and I needed something to be bigger than that. So it's my Jesus Saves collection, and I was thinking of Jesus Saves and what I can do to relate to that. And I was thinking of making a God Heals collection, but I don't like just the word God. I always like to incorporate Christ, Jesus Christ, into my pieces. So instead of God Heals, I came up with the phrase "saved by Christ." But now when it actually came down to designing that piece, I saw this piece from After the Saints, and I loved the concept of it. I love the embroidery right here. I loved how they put After the Saints right here. So I thought about this, and I was like, let me do something. So the first thing I did was, like I said, I used Kittle, me personally. So I went to Kittle, and then I took a bunch of niche main brand logos and turned it into something Christ related. Like here, where it says God, this is obviously the logo of BMW. Where it says the way, truth, life, this is the logo for Coca-Cola. This is like a highway sign, I believe. This is NFL related, I believe. This is Ford. Ford logo? Yeah, Ford. This is Starbucks, and then added these two. So I took main brand logos and turned it into something Christ related. And then since I love the concept of this piece, I used this kind of layout, but it made it my own. And this is the piece I came up with. As you can see, I was trying multiple stuff. So this was the first one I came up with. I used the same cross idea, but I didn't like it. Also, my other collection, my Soldiers of Christ collection, people loved the print on these. I don't know why, but it's not letting me slide. But people love the print on those. Same with these. So I took the same print and I incorporated it into this because people loved it. So why not use it again? Saved by Christ, as well as the embroidery patch I came up with. I tried this cross idea, didn't like it. So I tried other stuff. This one, I don't know why it's not loading. But as you can see, I tried the crosses going down on the side. Oh yeah, here it is. Tried this. This I was gonna keep. This is what I sent to my manufacturer. He already made this actually, but as I was going, I seen another brand and I seen something amazing they did that I really loved that I thought would go with the piece. I'm gonna show you what it is. It was a brand called Locker. I really love this gemstone pattern. I love the design of it. I thought it was fire. I thought it was way tougher than the crosses going down the side. So, but I couldn't do it because it was a little complex. I didn't know how I could get this exact design on my piece. So I went over and sent it to my designer that you guys can use for free. If you join my school community, you'll get my designer for free, and he'll also design for you for free, depending on which one you choose. So I gave that to my designer. He cooked up the piece. He tried at first the gemstone with the crosses. You guys can't see it too well. He tried it with the crosses. I didn't really mess with it too much, but so I made him take it off, and then I came up with this, and I sent this to my manufacturer, and it is actually currently being made right now. So I love the piece. It was fire. It was dope. I think it was amazing. I think it was cool. I'm going to see. He actually already finished the mock-up. I'm going to try to see if I can send it to myself real quick so you guys can look at it. But I love the way it looked. So at first I came up with the design, made multiple patterns, tried different things, experimented. Even after I thought I had the final piece, I found something else I thought could be an amazing addition to my piece. So therefore, I remade it again, tried it with a new design. It's all about perfecting your piece, all about trying to make it as high quality and as good as possible. This is what my manufacturer cooked up. I sent my sample to 2 manufacturers, so I'm going to look at both of them and see which one looks the best. But this is the one this manufacturer made. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty smooth. It looks nice. I love the print. So this is what I came up with. First, made the design, made multiple patterns of it, made it, but was still looking, experimented, sent it to my designer. He cooked up, sent it to my manufacturer, and he made it how I liked. So that's just the process behind how I made that piece. maybe in the future I'll go over just making a piece in general from scratch so you guys can see. But this is just to show you that like everything I'm saying is true. So just keep working.